Welcome to Texas Lone Wolf. We're going to hear talk about the most important decision two couples who are truly in love and decided to become one and go on adventures together to become loving husband and wife. So yes, we need to discuss this. Okay? Ingredient for success. For successful marriage. See, a husband, brought his bride to the altar and said, I do. Meaning, he's willing to go on a long trip with his wife. And the wife said, you know what, not my will, but my husband's will. Then my husband said, not my will, but God's will. See, that's the modern culture of marriage, is being a strong, independent team together. Both conquer mountains together. Both go places together. Both enjoy time together. But sometimes the husband and wife must give each other space to make the relationship more enjoyable. To allow each other to recharge and makes it more desirable. Make each other more desirable. The wife trusts the husband that ain't going to step on a marriage or the relationship. Then the man trusts the woman that she ain't going to step out on the relationship and already knows in his heart that she's thinking about him and he's thinking about her. All right? So, yes, you have to take a second look at this. Now, here's some of the ingredients for a successful marriage to work. Number one is respect. They have to value each other, support each other, cheer each other on, be considerate of each other, treat each other with kindness and patience. All right? You want a long-lasting relationship? You want something you ain't never had before? You're going to have to work for it. It's not going to be just peaches and cream and you go to the store and you buy it already made and it's a package deal. That's not marriage, okay? It takes admiration. You got to build, it's built on respect, much higher chance of winning a game together because they're not tearing one another down. Instead, each member appreciates his or her teammate for their strength. So as society says, marriage is a competition between man and a wife. Or some of these indoctrination camp called public schools are teaching this. That wife and husband got to compete against each other. No. They're teaching you how to get a divorce in that way right there. That's a method for divorce. See, husband and wife they are going to have to put aside their difference and become one. In a marriage, it's important to work together toward the end game. Root for your spouse. Support them in times of weakness. Yes, this is very important. Help them keep running the race until you reach the finish line together. This is a lifelong journey, not an independent journey. It's worthwhile when two people stick together. All right? This is important. And now, admiration is built on respect, and it takes a whole new level. Admiration is defined from Merriam-Webster Dictionary is a feeling of respect and approval, an object of self-esteem. In other words, without respect, you can't have admiration. It's like you can't have one without the other. You follow me? In a marriage, the concept is the same. Husbands and wives should cultivate same wow factor with each other. Such as one wife over here competing with the Jones and wanting to spin. Then the husband said, oh, no, you're going in the wrong direction. Guess what? You ain't going to go nowhere that way. So if the woman just submits herself to the man and listens, she eliminates a lot of grief and headache, and she starts gaining and having something to show for. See? In a marriage, the concept is the same as a husband and wife working together to cultivate the same wow with one another. That's what makes it take a step further, being vocal with each other and having the same mindset. Yes. And also, a very important pillar of a successful marriage is trust. Without it, you have nothing. And grace. So, yes, I'm going to say this furthermore. And you have admiration, grace, respect, trust, all that, it's got to be in the one pot, equals success. Now, there's another thing that the wife must listen here. Never let doubt get into your way. Doubt creates mountains. Trust moves them. Okay? Best marriages are built on teamwork. Okay? Best marriages are built on teamwork. Let me illustrate how this is done. Let's just say that the husband says, I have a dream of being set free from this obstacle called debt. The wife says, well, I want that. I want that freedom. The husband says, okay, to get there, we're going to have to climb mountains together. This is all you're in or you're out. All in or one does it on his own, and then at the same time, if two persevere as one, they both get to enjoy the success together. And this is the mindset right here. Now, in some family unit structure, in some family units, sometimes you get outsider interference, and this is a recipe for disaster. So, let me give you a clear example. Let's just say that one member of the family says, all right, Mom, drop what you're doing. Put your child on the back burner. Go run and do this. Put your children on the back burner. Run and do that. You see? That is a recipe for disaster. Because if the mother falls and she has no bond with her children, who's going to be there to lift her up? Very true story, huh? She falls flat on her face. Who's going to be there? The one she ran to help. The one, I promise you, the one that she ran to help, they ain't going to be nowhere to be found. So, that's where the scripture in the Bible says, the daughter must forsake the parents, the son must forsake the parents, and two shall cleave to become one flesh. Guess what? That means you're going to have to give up something precious to you to become one. In the book of Genesis 2:19, I will make a man a helper. I will take his rib to make a woman his helper. not very many churches will back this up. They don't. They just twist the narrative to get people to worship a man and give the man money and replace Christ as a God. That's the New World Order. Okay? So, let's go ahead and focus on marriage being built on the success of teamwork. And it's been 30 years since Marcus said, I do. But they have children. So they're going to take the child to the grandmother and have the child babysat. In the anniversary, the husband and wife decided to go and do their vows exchange and live happily together and become team players together. They conquer mountains together. Okay? So this is very important for a husband and wife not to have any outsider interference. Okay, the marriage is like a home that is well built. Okay? Again, marriage is like a well built home, can withstand any weather related storms of chaos that could never bring it down. The wife and the husband are a united front, and they could tackle mountains together. Okay, when they both work and put money together as one and not competing with the Jones, they both will have something to show for. It takes the wife to humble herself before her husband in order to see the fruits of the labor take off. But if the wife is busy competing with the other women in the animal kingdom, the other Joneses, worrying about what they doing, oh, you got to pawn stuff to have stuff. You got to do this to have stuff. You got to do that. See, you're bound to society norms. Society doesn't know doodly squat. Okay? Blessed are the two who decided to become one union to march at the beat of the individual's drum. That means forsaking the Joneses. That means forsaking society norms. That means valuing what someone else did for you. So yes, sometimes what you really need is right there in front of you. And most of the time, most people let their emotions cloud their judgment. You need to quell the emotions, look at things from a rational point of view. When a man and a woman looks at things from a logical point of view, it's starting to make more sense. And when a marriage is built on teamwork, good things happen. Okay? Good things will happen. And sometimes saying no will give you the very good benefit of being liberated from saying yes to everything and being a slave to the whatever you said yes to. But no, husband and wife saying I do and joining it together is not going to be a ball and chain for each other. So understanding this, you have to have a positive money mindset. And just because you decide to want to go spend, you're going to have to change your money mindset. You're going to have to change your mindset to see where the man is coming from. In order to have something, you're going to have to save instead of spend. And quit being driven by consumerism. Consumerism is a surefire way to failure. You will fall flat on your face. But if a man is prudent with his money, the woman should also be prudent with her money as well. And also acknowledge you are in the matrix. And look at all this stuff being thrown in your face. Like obey, buy, buy. Really? Do you have to go buy this? You see, money is a tool. And it's a tool that's often misused. Let me share this with you. This tool is misused by indulging in gambling, indulging in going to bingo. That's gambling. Because everything costs money. Do you see where I'm coming at? When you go play lotto, you play bingo. See, you're feeding that gambling habit. That gambling habit is taking food out of your mouth. It's taking money away from you from having something that's guaranteed return, such as saving for chaos to come, and you are prepared for that chaos. It's the money mindset. You have to wean yourself from the bad choices in life. One thing I gotta say, when you remove doubt from your head, you move mountains. That's an important factor in life. And this video is for marriage couples who wants to, move mountains together. Go places together. You can't do that if you play the lotto. Can't do that if you play bingo, because you're giving your money over to something that's not going to guarantee a return. Did you know that? It's been 30 years, Mark and I said I do. The adventure began. We were dreamers looking forward to the future, anticipating the optimism. Boy, did we have a lot to learn. Yes. Our first anniversary, we had to get Mom to watch our 1-month-old child celebrate by sleeping through the night. It was our last good night's sleep for about 14 months. So, just to give you a heads up, it takes work. All right? It takes work to make a relationship work. And you have to walk down that road of life, but it's not guaranteed to be full of success. Both husband and wife going to have to choose which battles to fight, which not to fight. And life is full of choices, and every choice you take has consequences attached to it. Okay, the decisions. So, lots of people say stay married, but stay happily married takes a lot of hard work. No, it's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work and willingness to change. So you have to change your money thinking mindset. Oh, well, you can't take it with you go. You got to get rid of that mindset. Get rid of it. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a pickle, and you ain't got no pot to piss in, the window to throw it out. And yes, choices have consequences. And consequences are how much you're willing to pay. And if I value my spouse as much as I value my opinions, being right, getting my own way, it will feel loved and cherished. It can't be about me all the time. It's got to be about us. Did you know that? His happiness has to matter to me. If it takes sacrifice on my part, then so be it, and it will pay off. See? Most couples don't want to do that. They don't want to make sacrifice. They say, well, you can't take it with you when you go. Really? See, money is a misused tool. And misuse of the tool has dire consequences later on. Do you value the other man's sentimental gift that he built for you? No, I gotta go pawn it. You see, you just pawn something you could use to multiply your own income. You see, it's a money mindset. When somebody gives you a gift that is really great, and you turn around, oh, I need to pawn it to have something. Oh, I need to pawn it. I need to go pawn it. What do you think about that guy's feeling when he built that for you out of his kind heart? Or were you just thinking about the money that you want to keep spending? You'll never make it in life if that's that mentality you have. Well, you got to pawn something to have something. Really? No, you don't. You're going to have to cut the fat out of the budget. Okay, what is the fat in the budget that I'm talking about? What is the fat that I'm referring to? Let's talk about it, shall we? The fat in the budget that I'm referring to is, let me give you a small hint. Let's just say that there's a machine that sells lotto tickets in front of you. So you have a $20 bill. Did the husband say, okay, go ahead, gamble, buy a ticket, gamble? So you buy 2 tickets, you go scratch off, you don't win doodly squat. So guess what? Who made money and who lost money? Who made money and who lost money? Ask yourself that. Who made them $20 and who lost $20? And ask yourself, could that $20 be well spent somewhere else with a guaranteed return? The money mindset. Okay? Also, here's something else to think about. So when a man builds you something that is top notch and you turn around, you have that, I need to go pawn this. Well, I got to go spend. You got to pawn stuff to have something. No, you don't. You got to make sacrifices in order for a relationship to work. You have to have a victor mindset over victim mindset. This is a mindset thing. Self-discipline, self-accountability is a kryptonite for most women who engage in such stupid behavior such as buying lotto tickets, buying useless junk, plus overeating out of nothing. This is a mindset. You're going to have to change your mindset in order to reach success. So, if a man is trying to save up for a hard time and you're busy spending money, the hard time comes and you don't have no window to throw the piss in the pot out of. What gives and what takes? Okay? Now, had the woman not bought the lotto ticket at a store with no guaranteed return and saved that $20, she would have $20 to go and buy what she needed in an emergency, so to speak. So, and also, I have learned that the root of anger is fear. If left unresolved, it will kill communication and trust between us. Spent a lot of years worrying about being angry. Didn't understand more control that I try to have, and the less in control I was. Wow, this is going to speak volume. I'm speaking to you. Whoever is listening to this video, I am speaking to you. You need to take heed to the message. Now, for the man to learn to let it go and ask myself, am I afraid to ask of when I'm angry, or work it out from here? Most of the time when you go to the other partner that you are with, you can find a lot of... If you are basing yourself on solution-based things to problems in life, two people will make it through life together as one. Most of the stuff, people are afraid of things that will never happen. So why spend precious time and energy letting anger and being afraid? See, a man takes risk and he reaps his rewards. A woman doesn't take any risk, and she's scared of taking risk. The woman, if she listens to the man to take risk, she will enjoy the reaping of the rewards that comes with taking risk. So, yes, this is a very, very important lesson. Now, Mark said you learn that self-control is the key. This is kryptonite for women who are hell-bent on going out, enjoying, having fun now and pay later mentality. You are going to fall flat on your face, and there ain't going to be nobody to save you from your bad decisions. Self-control is the key to success. All right? It's the key to success. The majority of the women have asked me, how come do men have patience? How come do men think things over? And how come do men win at the end? Just listen to the man when he talks. When he says everything's going to be all right, listen to him. The man's not going to lie to you, okay? All right? When I wanted to fight, he probably did too. He'd walk away to my chagrin. He'd give me time to calm down. And we would talk later. He'll sit and hold my hand, which drove me crazy, but it forced me to calm down and face whatever we're dealing with together. Listen to me. If you decided to want to fight, best thing to do is just shut up and calm down. You'll get through the storm together. Did you know that? I'm glad it's been like this. All years we were upset with each other. But see, when a husband and wife gets together, they conquer mountains together. See, when a man and woman talks it out, they'll come to the solution together, not just individual. So yes, The truth is, 30 years will come and go. And the love is strong between a man and a woman. And the one is even stronger. The woman's desire becomes a man's desire. The man's desire becomes a woman's desire. And guess what? When they both become one, the children are the most happiest and balanced in a growing up in a two-parent household. Did you know that? Did you know that? Oh, one other thing I got to say is when the children is balanced, more than likely the child is going to have a very successful outlook on life. Because the child has a mama, the child has a daddy to go to for questions and answers. So if the mama doesn't know the answer, she said, well, let's go ask dad what the answer is. And remember, the dad, whatever the answer that dad gives, if it's sound and it hits the nail on the head, it is what it is. And remember, as one notoriously said this in quote, it takes a village to raise a child. Let's omit the village, let the parents raise a child to set the foundation. So, in order for the marriage to work, you got to have cooperation. You got to have teamwork. You got to have competing with the Jones eliminated. You got to give up bad habits that are not beneficial, such as overconsumption of food. Don't be doing this. You're hurting yourself when you overconsume food. You start eating in moderation. You force yourself to get up and keep moving forward like the other partner does, and you are going to see results. You have to keep going. There's no room for sitting down and resting. If you sit down and rest, you miss the journey. Okay? Marriage is a teamwork. Alright? Marriage itself is a teamwork that yields benefits for not just one person, for both people as a whole. Alright? And Denise McKinnon contributed to this piece right here, and she is a pastor's wife, and you can contact her right down here on this email address, but make sure you put the subject marriage counseling or marriage tips, and you can actually learn a lot from her. Now, I'm going to clearly say this. If you actually put aside your differences and ask a man which way do you need to go in life, you can and will make a good difference as a team, not individually. Unless, one partner files for divorce, the partnership will never be the same if you did that, though. That's if you let individualism come in and destroy what was built together as a team. Alright, well, I want to say thank you very much for listening to this video about marriage being a teamwork. I'm glad you enjoyed listening to this. And remember, it takes two to move mountains. It takes doubts to create them. Okay? And peace out. Oh, one other thing. Love each other as one. You'll be surprised how far it can take you in life. Peace.